Good morning. It's day 22921. It's Sunday. It's time for the session this week. We are doing bongs because I was inspired by my buddy Mike, and I thought, well, hell, let's do a sesh with some bongs. But man, I know why I don't do bongs anymore. It just the force of having to do this kind of routine taxes my throat, taxes my lungs, and it's so encumbersome. But isn't this a beautiful little bong? Yeah. I call it Sexy Sadie. I've had her for almost 13 years now. My wife gave it to me for my 50th birthday because I was saying I'm too old to do party bongs and blah, blah, blah. When I was 50, here I am 12 years later. I still occasionally do them. Pardon me. So this week on the sesh, we're, I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't been posting things every single day, lots of days, but not every single day. Kind of moving things around with my little scheduling routine and how I'm doing stuff. But I'm going to keep doing this Sunday sesh because, like I said, I really like it because it gives me a chance to just sort of be me, in my natural state, kind of like one of those Mutual of Omaha, Wild Kingdom things. Here's D. Phillip in his natural state, what he normally does. He drinks coffee, he smokes pot, he takes notes, he makes notes, he talks a lot, and he thinks all the time. That's me. So we're going to keep doing the Sunday sesh, and I will try my best to get it aired today. I'm going to do Sunday sesh live, and this is where the week starts. Every week is on Sunday. And so hopefully this one will get done today. If not today, then definitely, wee hours of tomorrow for about a half hour, 40 minutes or so. Slept pretty good last night, but I went to bed kind of late, so it wasn't a long sleep. And we had Tommy, our 2-year-old grandson, all day yesterday, all night last night, because our daughter played a gig in down in Auburn. Maybe I'll show you some footage, a little clip of our daughter Maggie performing one of her original songs.
Did that one. You tell me fuck you, I say well fuck you too. I can't even believe that I liked you. All you do is nag, you stupid fucking bag. Just shut the hell up already, my god. I am just better than you'll ever be. Don't you see, darling?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, man.
Man, this last week, um, going to help my dad and all that, it was really tough. It was really, really tough. I've never been one to kind of idolize my dad or anything, but I've always saw him as, a strong, self-sufficient man. Took care of himself, who did well in his life, who was a pretty good dad, pretty good husband, pretty good brother, pretty good son. He did okay and everything. But man, to see him in such a weakened state, I caught a couple of glimpses of my dad late at night before he's going to bed, and he's kind of fussing with his CPAP thing, and he's looking at it like he's really confused, not sure what to do, and the way he walks, his gait is okay, but he's kind of shaky, and he's got, his body looks a lot different. We went to the doctor one of the days that I was there. It was like his primary care doctor. It was like the after hospital incident visit, whatever they call that. And the nurse, she weighed him, and then she just asked, it says here, are you 5'9"? Are you still 5'9"? And I'm 5'9". And my dad goes, no, I think I shrunk to 5'8". And really, the reality is he's more like 5'7", because he hunches over, because, like all of us, most of us do, the cartilage in between your spine compresses over time, and it causes you to be a little shorter. Sometimes it's your posture. It makes you be a little bit shorter. Sometimes it's your hips. Your spine sinks into it. Your hips, slide lower onto your thighs. It happens. It's gravity. It's age. It's time, and it's natural. But my dad goes, oh no, maybe I'm not 5'9", I'm 5'8". And I'm like standing behind him going, no, But what's the real difference? It doesn't make a lot of difference, I guess. An inch or two, how high we stand or whatever. Isn't it weird how some people have made a big deal about how tall they are, or how big, especially men, how big they are. We all have pretty much the same equipment, and it is what it is. As long as it's functional, it works. You're healthy. As long as you're not, you're not experiencing anything in the way of a disadvantage, or in the way of discomfort, or in the way of danger, by being a few inches shorter or a few inches taller. I mean, really, what's the fucking difference between somebody who's 6'6" and somebody who's 5'6", other than 12 fucking inches? It's just a matter of inches. The idea that tall people are not as smart, or tall people are smarter, or short people are, have a Napoleon complex. What's that? It's where, Napoleon complex, where short people need to have power because they have to, compensate for their shortness or something like that. And I suppose there's a modicum of truth for some people out there that they, but it's just so odd, you guys. It's just over inches. It's just over a few inches. It's just, in my opinion, one of those curious, odd things about life, about the human psychology, about the society that we've created, that we've been born into, that we modify as we grow, whatever. I'm going to do one more long hit. Excuse me. I did that one without hacking my head off. All right. Well, there's a lot going on around here in the John Bourne zone lately. I don't know if can you see our garden back there? Like, it's just beautiful. I'll take you for a little tour. Some other fun things going on here, or good things going on here, is our daughter has gotten a promotion, and she's being transferred to a different facility, a little bit nicer facility. Gets better ratings on Google, at least, but it's the same kind of operation. It's like a after hospital visit care place for people of all ages, but they also have a like an elderly wing where people maybe like my dad, that can pretty much be on their own, but they need some extra help. It's a fact of life. We grow old. We need help when we grow old. You know, it's the child care issue, the flip side of it, the elderly care issue. You know, fortunately, we can take care of my mom. She isn't so bad that she has to be in a place like that, but she might eventually end up there. It depends on how she does. You know, my dad. It's so scary. I felt so bad when I had to leave because I'm not comfortable with him being by himself. I mean, he just needs somebody around to just kind of help a little bit, you know, just to, you know, get him refills on his water or, you know, help him, you know, do some task around the house, you know. And what's really sad, I think that one of the things that I'll continue to do with this ever evolving programming thing on my YouTube thing is just stick to my guns, is just to be who I am. I'm not going to worry about how to get more viewers or more hits. I'm not really worried about monetizing this this platform. You know, there's enough monetization. There's enough, you know, channels out there that try to sell you shit in between the shit that they're trying to tell you. And I don't want to be one of those kinds of content providers. You know, I decided content providers is a better phrase than content creators. I just find that to be so such bullshit. I am a content creator, but content provider is a bit more humble. It suits me a little bit better. So, but what I was saying is, okay, so I'm going to be doing these shorts, and I'll make one for Saturday each week, and it'll be something kind of silly or whatever, you know, like I like to get. But I started doing some editing of some of these footages, you know, some of my stuff that's in here, and I'm going to kind of use those as kind of like promo things, and just kind of spread you Your Book About You project. Yeah, I've had a couple of breakthroughs on that. I remember I was telling you about some problems I had with the AI recreating stories that I fed it. Whoa, big fucking bee, that one. So I'm using a different AI platform, and it does not do as much of the stylization in my style, but I can probably put something together with it. When I was at in Chicago, I was telling somebody who doesn't know me about this project, and you know, I went off on this thing about what is life but stories. What is, you know, what are our lives if not for the stories that we are told, stories that we tell, the stories that we hear, the stories that we imagine. You know, we're all a product of the psyche that we created, but we also have been born into it in a way. And different cultures have different attitudes, and so you're born into this whatever culture, and you adopt many of the attitudes because you're raised by the people who believe that. So you are going to believe that as a child, you know, because of the stories that you're told. As we grow older, we think for ourselves, some of us at least, and we maybe leave that culture for something else, or we leave that religion because we don't believe in it, or we orient our lives around things that are less material than, say, our parents did, or the other way around, where we grew up poor, and, you know, so as adults, we are going to do better than our parents did financially. And it all is stuff that we're telling ourselves, though. It's all stuff that we see in stories that we tell, whether it's fictional stories, you know, like some kind of, you know, Succession, or, you know, Yellowstone, some kind of story that we're told, or is it, you know, stories that were told in the media, you know, news stories, the official narrative, if you will, the cover story, the byline, the press statement that's put out, the, you know, the PR spin that's put on, you know, to save, you know, whatever. And those are all kinds of stories too, and they shape our opinion of things. They shape how we believe in certain things, and it's these days doesn't seem to matter if those stories that come in are true or not, if they're realistic or not. It doesn't seem to matter that, you know, we all kind of hide our stories in some way. We, you know, we don't let everybody in. Not that you want to let everybody in, but really the truth of it is we all got shit in our closet, right? We all struggled with things, different things, but things through our lives. You know, we all had challenges of some sort. You know, whether you're you know, in the Appalachian Mountains, or in Grundy County, Tennessee, or in Chicago, Illinois, you struggled with something along the way. Even those people, I guess, that live in the Hamptons and, you know, fly off on private jets and, you know, are the uber wealthy, that 1%ers, they probably have some struggles too. You know, we all deal with loneliness. We all deal with insecurity. We all deal with some measure of, I don't know, paranoia, self awareness, self critical, things that we do to ourselves. We all contemplate mortality. We all, um, we all from time to time have health issues. Maybe not all of us. And God bless the people that never have a health issue because they're fucking. I'm going to come back from that precipice right there, talking about how we all have issues. I like the music of nature. I like the music of life, but I love the music of nature. Speaking of nature, I need to um, kind of get to my little list of things that I've got to do, and one of the things is making some hummingbird juice for our little fellows. Don't have any. All right. Well, my coffee is kind of tepid. I really would like a refresh, and I think this is there's still another hit, so we'll do that together, and then I'm out of here. Hey, so before I go, actually, I'm going to go and just give you the setup. Hey, how you doing? This is the setup. The segment that normally I aired on a Monday. I'm including it as part of this package today to kind of end the Sunday sesh because before you know it, it will be Monday. And I'm not going to bother telling you what my goals are for the week. What I do want to tell you about is 3-2-1 rule of making goals. First of all, every week I set 3 goals. They are non-negotiable, immutable, 3 things that I must get done no matter what this week. And then I also add 2 more goals that are things that don't have to be done this week, but it'd be great, to finish it. They're, kind of a lower priority kind of goal. And then I set 1 goal each week that has nothing to do with productivity or my job or my work, just something that I want to be sure to do for myself, what I want to do for my family, for my kids, my parents, my wife, which is doing something for me. So 3 goals you absolutely must achieve, 2 that are kind of, not as high priority, but when you get the other 3 done, take on those, and 1 goal for you. And Samson agrees. That's why he's up here. And he's saying, your goal right now should be to feed and pet me. So this is our Mouser, our new little Mouser cat. He's great. He's a real lover cat. But anyways, that's about all I'm going to say right here. So you guys, you take care of yourselves. All right. You be safe out there. Chicken kitty. And, you know the bit. Keep your dauber up. Keep your kitty up. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.